Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope that you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. I am so excited to hop on and just share like a lot of great tips today about goal setting. This is so important. And yesterday, I put out like kind of a message to ask people like how are their goals going. Yesterday was August the 1st. We literally only have like 5 more months before the end of this year. And so many people make all these goals, at the beginning of the year. And it's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you just have to figure out, are you really making the progress that you want? As I reflect back, like on my own, going into the new year, like I remember watching a sermon because church got canceled. Like it was stormy, it was horrible outside. And I watched a sermon by T.D. Jakes, and he was talking about like going into the new year being the answer to somebody's problem. God is going to prosper you. And I was just like, you know what, I'm open to whatever God has for me to bring in this new year. And it has been 7 months into the year, and I am totally like way ahead of like where I thought that I would be. Like way ahead. Like I had no idea how powerful 2017 was going to be for me. No, I'm not exactly where I want to be in every single goal, but every day I'm getting closer and closer. And some goals I have already checked off of my list because I feel like I'm making progress, and I want to help people to make progress in their goal setting. So it makes no sense to make all of these goals and you're not really getting anywhere. So the first thing, guys, is when you are laying out your goals, you have to cast your vision. And when I'm talking about casting your vision, like for me, and my organization, She's Worthy, like vision boards are really important. And we're actually going to have a vision board party at the end of this year, which is so exciting. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for women to come together and network in the area of my hometown. But just deciding like what you want is so important. And a lot of people, they make these big vague goals, but it's cliche goals like I want to lose weight. Well, congratulations, join the crowd. All of us want to lose weight, right? We all want to look a certain way, but you haven't gotten so down to the detail of why you want to lose weight. What are you going to do to lose that weight? How are you going to help yourself to lose weight? Are you joining the gym? Are you getting a trainer? What are the amount of pounds that would make you feel good? What type of clothes would you want to wear in order to do that? Like, you have to get down to the nitty gritty and just know what you want. That is the biggest problem with a lot of people in our society, is that we just don't know. And guess what? Don't be afraid to ask God if you don't know what it is you want. We may become so prideful and be like, well, I should just already know what I want. Like, this should be easy to me. I should already know. Everybody does not have that same just intuition about what they want. Like, I was one of those people, even as a child, like I just knew what I want. I would go after it relentlessly. That was just my personality, but everyone does not have that. So don't be afraid and so prideful that you can't fast or pray and ask God to help you to get clear on what you want. And honestly, you also have to say, God, whatever you want for me, I am willing to go after, because sometimes you may have a certain vision for something, but then the vision changes. So for me, I already shared, like I thought I wasn't going to be doing my tutoring business until I was in my 40s. Like, that was my vision for my life, that I thought I would be much older. I thought I would already have kids. But God said, no, I'm going to accelerate your life, and you're going to do this much earlier than you thought that you would. And you know what? I'm okay with that. My vision changed, but it was because I asked and I wanted to know, like, if there was something more, if I needed to do more. So definitely cast your vision, know what you want, because when you know what you want, you're going to go after it. If you don't know what you want, you're going to sit still and not get everything that you need to get for the success of your life. The next thing, guys, is create action steps. Create action steps. Guys, you have to map out how you're going to get to your goal. So a lot of people create these big vague goals, and this happens, I'm not even talking about on a personal level, even companies, even schools, they create goals like we want to bring in 25 sales of, I'm just making this up, of journals. We want to sell 25 journals in our company on one day. How are you selling those journals? Like, what are you doing? What is your marketing strategy? How are you putting things together? Like, what is this? And when you don't map it out, you're not going to be able to get there. And guys, I actually, in my coaching program, that's one thing that I work with my clients is like mapping out their specific monetary goals that they want for their businesses. So if they are trying to work towards 6 figures, if they're trying to work towards, maybe even 7, 8 figures, I help them map out how they're going to get there. And I ask them to get very specific. And a lot of people don't like to map out how they're going to get to their goals. They're just like, well, I'm not sure. I don't know. And I'm not saying get so caught up in the how, okay? You do need to know why. You do need to know what. Yes, the how sometimes comes along as you go and it changes, and that's fine. But you should at least have some sort of idea in mind of how you're going to get to where you want to be. And success doesn't happen overnight. I'm talking to myself. I don't think I'm really talking to y'all, but I have to get that in my mind that like my success is going to be over time. That doesn't mean it's going to take me 20 years. In my mind, all I need is 5 good years with the Lord on my side. 5 strong years that I am committed to what I am trying to pursue. And I know that it's going to happen for me. But you have to also measure your progress and say, I'm getting further and further and closer to my goal. Now, if you're going the opposite way and you're not getting closer to your goal, you need to sit down and take the time to think. Take the time to think. I shared this like in, I believe, 1 or 2 Facebook groups about like some tips to help you to be a creative entrepreneur and actually go after what you want. You have to take the time to think. Guys, I have the craziest ideas that come at the most like weird times. Like almost all my ideas come during my morning routine and when I'm like exercising. That's when most of my ideas come because my mind is open, receptive, is fresh, and I'm getting these ideas to create this amazing content, to decide how I'm going to market things, how I'm going to talk with people, who I'm going to connect with. And that allows me to be able to get to where I truly want to be, one step at a time. And those ideas lead to our next point, which is taking massive action. And I want to talk to you about the type of action. So a lot of people just say, don't sit around, just get up and do something. No, that's not always the best thing, because just because you're taking action doesn't mean you're taking the right steps and the right type of action to get to where you want to be. You want to be taking inspired action. That's where those ideas, when you are sitting and you're allowing yourself to think and to get clear and gain clarity, that's where you're going to be able to find that inspired action to lead you to another thing, to another thing, to another thing. So I'll give you guys an example. I am totally obsessed with Paris. Like I studied in the UK like 2 years ago, and I went to Italy for a holiday, but I didn't get the opportunity to go to Paris. So like since I've been back, I like made it like I had to get there. Like my bedroom set is Paris. I have Paris on my vision board. I have Paris, like everything. Like I love it. And like I knew that I wanted to go there. Like it's on my list, but I didn't know how specifically. And I've been meeting so many amazing women like in business and entrepreneurship, and I've just been connecting the dots. Okay, well, maybe I can go during this time, maybe I can go during another time. I'm not exactly sure when. I didn't know. I was not sure. So no, I didn't know the how, but I just kept working. And now me and one of my business partners, we are putting on an event in Paris a little later this year. And it's like, oh my gosh, because I just went on the idea, because I just became obsessed with accomplishing it, but also knowing how to let go. That's also a big important thing. Am able to do something in Paris where I'm not just going to Paris just to go. Like, I'm going to empower women and help them start their businesses and do all these great things. Like, that is incredible. And my vision changed, because at first I was just gonna go just to go, but now I'm going to do something that I absolutely love, and I get to share incredible value with women and bring a lot of other women together on the same platform. Like, that is incredible. That's incredible. And that's what you have to do with your inspired action. You have to allow yourself to do things that may be, outside of your comfort zone. It may not be exactly what you thought that it would be, but you have to be okay with that. And also, too, guys, like, what happened for me to be able to take massive action towards all of my dreams is to get the help that you need. So my third book, I decided to get a writing coach. When I left and went from high school to college, like, writing was not my thing. In my school, it just wasn't a big deal. They didn't care too much about having, like, writing be a focal point. I mean, I could do it, but it just wasn't like this awesome just writing curriculum that we use. So when I went to college, like, I had this tough professor, the hardest one. I don't care what anybody says, in just regular old world civilization. So I was always at the writing center. I was getting so much help. I was doing a lot. And even when I got ready to write my third book, like, I started writing with this writing coach, and I got better and better and better. And I invested in myself, and I continuously write. Like, I write at least once a day, something. I'm writing, and I read like crazy, a mad person. When my family and even my boyfriend knows that, like, I'm out of a book, somebody better buy me a book, or I'm about to buy actually, I'm probably getting ready to sell a lot of books. So if you guys need some books and you don't want to go to the store and all that and worry about shipping, I'm your girl. You can ask me. But anyway, though, like, I made sure that I got the help that I needed to be successful. And now, because I've done that, I have my publishing company. I'm helping other people to write, but I had to invest in myself. And even with coaching for business, like, I have one business coach that I'm working with, and she's incredible. She brings a whole different ballgame. And guys, I'm so excited. She may be watching, she may not be watching, but I'm going to be working with Lydia. I'm so excited. She is amazing at what she does. She's a mindset coach, and I really believe in, like, investing in yourself, and that's how you get the action done, because there are some people that know things that you may not know, and they may be steps ahead of you, and they can tell you things and pour into you to help make you better and get you to where you need to be. And that is why, guys, I started the Mindset Queen, and I'm so happy to announce the group program. So I have some one-on-ones as well, but for the group program mastermind, like, if you're one of those entrepreneurs that want to, like, meet new people, figure out new fresh ideas, get a chance to have, like, a mastermind. And what the mastermind program is, the Royal Empire Mastermind, is a 6-week course through our SHE framework, where we are working on your story, your heights, and execution. And your particular story, we are building a platform for you to unleash your limiting beliefs, but share your story in a way to where you can be visible and people can connect with you and have an opportunity to work with you in your entrepreneurial journey. On top of that, we're taking you to higher heights. Like, we're talking about using your self-worth to create a higher net worth. That is so important to me, and I'm specifically working with millennial women on this, because millennial women are running this world. Like, that's what we're doing, and we're putting so many positive, like, vibes out there, and we want to make sure that we are, like, changing the game. So I am helping women to do this. The last thing is execution. So we're not just doing all this work for nothing. We are executing, and that is what goal setting is all about. When you set some goals, you need to execute. Don't procrastinate. Don't just wait around. No, it's time to go all the way in. So if you are interested in getting in the Royal Empire Mastermind Coaching Program, there is an early bird special rate that you do not want to miss. Masterminds usually are like way expensive and over the head. I've decided to cut it down because I really want to work with some ambitious millennial women. So if you're interested, you can just message me. Also, guys, I left the link to my Effortless Income Flow Challenge. It has been amazing, and I've gotten back like a lot of great feedback about it, so definitely check it out. Like, get yourself involved in it. If you are really wanting to take your life to the next level in your finances, that is a challenge for you to open up different ideas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, share this video with anyone you know who may be struggling with setting their goals or may be interested in joining the mastermind. Hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye.